There are many adaptations of the Addams Family, and I've talked about them many times. Some were good and some were not so good. So that's why today I'll be ranking every version of Gomez Addams in a tier list. But this isn't just any tier list. I made a point system with a few categories. There are 4 categories, and these categories will be based off of how accurate the characters are to the Charles Addams comic and how much I enjoy the portrayal of the character. The 4 categories are appearance, how accurate the character design or the casting is, personality, how accurate the character traits are to the comic, creativity, how the portrayal took a spin on the character to make it unique and enjoyable, and enjoyability. That's just how much I like the portrayal of the character overall. So the maximum amount of points that a portrayal can have is 20 points, and I split these points into the tier list. So S tier will have 20 to 17 points, A tier will have 16 to 13, B tier will have 12 to 9, C will have 8 to 5, and D will have 4 to 1. So let's read Gomez's character description that was done by Charles Addams to see what we're looking for. Husband to Morticia, if indeed they're married at all. A crafty schemer, but also a jolly man in his own way, though sometimes misguided. Sentimental and often puckish. Optimistic, he is in full enthusiasm for his dreadful plots. Is sometimes seen in a rather formal dress down. The only one who smokes. So now that we know what we're looking for in an accurate Gomez, let's get into the rankings. Okay, so we got all of our Gomez's here. They're not in chronological order yet, but I'm just gonna go over them just to see who we got. So first we got John Astin's Gomez from 1992. He did voice this Gomez, and he voiced the Gomez from the Scooby-Doo movies, but like I said earlier, I'm not gonna do that one because it's basically the same thing as the 1993 one. It's the same art style. So, yeah. Okay, so then we got Raúl Juliá's Gomez from 1991 and 1993. Tim Curry's Gomez from 1998. Glenn Tenero's Gomez from 1998 too. I always forget how to say his name, sorry. Nathan Lane's Gomez from 2010. This is the Gomez from the Addams Family Broadway musical. I never put the Broadway musical in like one of the videos before, but I thought I should do it just to have more Gomez's. Oscar Isaac's Gomez from the 2019 and 2021 films. John Astin's Gomez from the 1964 series. Lennie Weinrib's Gomez from the 1973 series. Luis Guzmán from the 2022 Wednesday series, and Lucius Hoyos Gomez from the 2022 series. They're from the same series, but like, and they're actually the same Gomez, but just like one is younger and one is older, but like diversify. Okay, so let's start with in chronological order. So we're starting with John Astin's Gomez from 1964. And you know we have our categories: appearance, personality, creativity, and enjoyability. So let's start with appearance. John Astin's Gomez, like, he doesn't really look like the Gomez cartoon, because you know the Gomez cartoon, we already explained what we're looking for, the qualities of that. But you know, I explained this in my YouTube video, the yesification of Gomez. John Astin does not really look like Gomez. He actually wanted to look better than the other Gomez because he thought it was gonna like make the show have better ratings, which it probably did. He don't even got a middle part. He don't even got a pencil mustache, but his essence is truly Gomez. So I think I'll give his appearance a 2 because he got the suit, he got the crazy look in his eyes, but everything else doesn't really look like Gomez, the cartoon from the comics. Okay, personality. So John Astin, he basically had to make Gomez's whole personality because they didn't really have that much to go off of from the comics, since it was only like a few lines of text for each like panel. And then like John Astin like worked closely with Charles Addams to build Gomez's character. So John Astin is literally the definition of Gomez's personality. I give his personality a 5. Very enjoyable. He gave him all the character traits we know and love, and I think he does pretty well for what Charles Addams described Gomez's personality as. Creativity. Like I said before, John Astin had to make Gomez's personality, and he even invented like how romantic Gomez is with Morticia. So he's literally the standard at where the Gomez needs to be for personality wise. So creativity, I give that also a 5. And overall enjoyability, amazing, 5. Because the 1964 series is just amazing. Like, he really carried that show. Him, John Astin, and Carolyn Jones really carried that show so heavily. Like, they were amazing. So that makes, okay, 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 17. So that means he goes in S tier. Okay. Next we have Lennie Weinrib's Gomez from 1973. So this is the first animated series that we got of the Addams Family. And, you know, I didn't like it very much. The show wasn't that good. But maybe that's going to affect the rating. See, the writing of these shows also affect the characters because the personalities and stuff be off. Okay, so appearance. Obviously the show has the same art style as the comics, so it's going to have a high rating. So the Gomez looks exactly pretty much like the comic. Sometimes the animation is a bit off though, so that's why I didn't give it a full 5 points. I'm giving it a 4 points because it looks like Gomez, but like I feel like it could be look even like better. But you know, it's okay. So I'll give it a 4. Personality. Now, I don't know, like the personality of this Gomez, you know, it has some of the traits, but you don't really get to see a lot of it because the show isn't really focused that much on Gomez and Morticia. The animated shows focus more on the kids, I guess. So yeah, but the thing for me is I couldn't really get past his voice. I'm sorry, Lennie Weinrib, but this Gomez's voice is crazy. Like, if you watched my other videos when I talked about this series, the voice, I'm gonna play a clip of it right now.
Oh, I already did, my good man. $1,000.
Like, are you hearing this? So, okay, personality, I give it a 2. Creativity, I don't think it's that creative. I don't really remember seeing like new ways that they made a twist on Gomez's personality. I just think they retracted his personality because, okay, in a 1960 series, Gomez can't drive. This whole series is about Gomez driving a truck, or what is it called? The camper or whatever it's called, to go on road trips. So now he can drive. Why is Lurch not driving? But that doesn't matter. So, okay, creativity, I'll give it a 1. And enjoyability, I also give it a 1 because this show, I didn't like the show. And Lennie Weinrib's voice as this Gomez was crazy. Although Gomez might sound like that. I mean, maybe Gomez sounds like that. But I'll have to give that a 1 too. So that means 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 8. So that means it is C tier. Okay, next we got Raúl Juliá's Gomez from the 1991 and 1993 series. I mean, not series, movies. And, you know, iconic. When you think of Gomez, you probably think of either John Astin or Raúl Juliá. So, you know, iconic. Appearance, I'll have to give him a 3. Because, you know, Raúl Juliá, he doesn't really look like, of course, the comic version. And I said this in the yesification of Gomez video. But, you know, it's kind of hard to get an accurate live action portrayal of a cartoon. So I understand that. But I think it is, like, more accurate than John Astin's because he at least has a middle part and has a penciled mustache. Unlike John Astin's, he didn't have a pencil mustache. He had, like, I don't really know what they call that mustache, but it's not a pencil mustache, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I would say it's more accurate, and he got that crazy look in his eyes. So yeah, and the suit. So that's all there. So I'll give the appearance a 3. Personality, 5. I said John Astin's John Astin's personality carried like the show, Raúl Juliá's personality definitely carries the movie too. Him and Angelica Houston carried so much. He put so much life into that character. I think it was really good. So I'll give it a 5. Creativity, I think that they definitely added a lot. He definitely added a lot of creativity into the character because, you know, before John Astin's Gomez, he was Spanish, yes, but like you didn't really get the vibe that he was Spanish. Like it just was the vibe, like he was saying Spanish words, but he can't like pronounce it right. But Raúl Juliá is Puerto Rican, so he really turned like Gomez into like the Latin lover archetype, which we see in a lot of adaptations moving forward. So I think he really like made that, like he made Gomez into the Latin lover. You hear him pronouncing the words correctly. He's giving the Latin lover vibe. And also, like when they did the musical numbers, I think that was also very creative because not really any of the other adaptations have like a musical number, like since Raúl Juliá was a theater actor too. Of course, he has to sing in the movie he's in. So I'll give the creativity a 5 also. And overall enjoyability, I love these two 90s films. They're amazing. The whole cast is amazing. Raúl Juliá was perfect casting, I think, for that. So enjoyability, I'll give him a 5. So 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 18, and that means he's S tier and actually 1 point above Johnny. Can I put him above? Okay. Yes. John Astin's Gomez from 1992. So John Astin, he voiced a lot of he played in general a lot of the Gomez's, and not even Gomez in the 1998 series. He even played a different character, so he's in a lot of Addams Family adaptations. I didn't put this character with his live action counterpart because I feel like they're just really two different characters, and they are two different characters because in this series it has none of the other same cast. It's only him that reprises his role, but I like this way better than the other animated series. But appearance, I'll have to give that a 1 because this Gomez, he looks like, okay, he doesn't look like the same style as the comic counterpart, but I do like the style. He has the pencil stash, he has a little middle part, but he got a little curly hair. The other Gomez got like more straight hair. And also, the big elephant in the room is that his suit is pink, which doesn't seem like the vibe Gomez would give. I mean, he kind of gives that vibe, like he gives like a jolly personality vibe, but the pink suit is where it's like getting me, like, because that doesn't seem like what Gomez would wear. So I'll have to give that appearance a 1. But personality, I think this Gomez definitely represents the personality of the comic Gomez and the other Gomez's that came before, because of course he has a jolly personality. He's like a try-hard at everything. Like this Gomez, it was one episode where he was winning like everything so much that he didn't want to win anymore. He was trying to like fail something, like that was his goal, but he couldn't fail anything. Like he was good at everything. And these other Gomez, like Gomez, it seems like he's good at everything. Like he does fencing, he does the Zen yogi, he can do all of this stuff so well, and I think that goes well with his personality because, you know, in the description it says he's a jolly man, he's sentimental, puckish, optimistic, he has a lot of enthusiasm. So I think that's definitely true for this Gomez. Like I really noticed that a lot, and definitely for Raúl Juliá's Gomez and John Astin's Gomez. Lennie Weinrib's Gomez, I don't know, maybe it was like that, but the voice, I just couldn't get through that one. Creativity, I do think this Gomez is more creative than the others because of course his pink suit, that's very creative. I do like the art style of this Gomez, although he doesn't look like how Gomez is supposed to look. I do like him, and I think they were very creative with how they did his character design and some of his personality. So I think I'll give that a 4. In enjoyability, I love John Astin's voice acting for this character. It's very good. It gives the 60s vibe like back to the 1964 series, of course. So I think I'll give the overall enjoyability a 5. So 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 is 14, and that is A tier. Oh, and I forgot to say for Raúl Juliá Gomez, for creativity, his suits, like, they would make him a different suit for like a lot of scenes. Like, his suits were crazy, like they were so fire. I think that's also creative too, so of course that's why it's an S tier. Okay, next we got Tim Curry's Gomez from 1998. Appearance, like, I think it's the same like Raúl Juliá Gomez, because they're both like tall, they're both skinny, not really like the Gomez, the cartoon comic, because, you know, that Gomez is short and like fat. So yeah, but they got the middle part, they got the pencil stash, although Tim Curry's mustache looks kind of bad because it's fake, and Raúl Juliá's is fake too, but at least they did a better job. But, you know, low budget, what can we do about that? So appearance, I think I'll also give it a 3, like how I gave to Raúl's. Personality, the personality was like fine. I think a lot of the personality stuff has to do with writing, because a lot of stuff contradicted each other. Like, he was mad at his parents ballroom dancing because they had like a disease that made them act normal, but like Morticia and Gomez literally ballroom dance all the time. So I don't know, it was just a lot of stuff. Also, it was a lot of copying the 90s films, or the Raúl Juliá, the 1991 and 1993 films, because, you know, it was trying to be like a part 3, but it was like a really bad straight to DVD part 3. And so that will be for creativity. I give the personality a 3, and I'll give the creativity a 2, because like the creativity, it was just copying the 1991 and 1993 films, but it was like a really bad low budget copy. But, you know, that could also be from the writing. Enjoyability, it was fine. Like, I didn't really love it like that much. Tim Curry's a good actor, but like they didn't give him much to work off of with this script. It was like really questionable. So I'll give the enjoyability a 2, and then that means that in total it's 10 points, because 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2, that is 10. So that is in B tier. So next we got Glenn Tenero's Gomez from 1998 too. It's kind of crazy how the 1998 film came out the same year as the new Addams Family film. Show. But, you know, that film was supposed to be a pilot for this show, but I guess they couldn't get any of the same cast besides Wednesday, which is odd. I guess the movie was just that bad. But, you know, I digress. So, appearance. This appearance, it wasn't really trying to copy the comic. It was more trying to copy the 60s series, because this show is a reboot of the 60s series, and they just copied like most of the episodes. So this guy, Glenn Tenero, he was just trying to copy John Astin, which made the appearance look different, because John Astin, I think he's like one of the like least looking alike live actions to the comic, because he got a side part and he don't got a pencil stash, which is like, that's really what Gomez got a middle part, you know, usually got a middle part. So yeah, but Glenn Tenero, he barely even had a part. Like, he had, I don't know what the hairstyle's called, but it was like a bump in the front, and it was like a slick back. So that's like, I don't know, maybe and also he got a really bushy mustache, like more bushy than John Astin's, which Gomez has a pencil stash. But, you know, so I'll give the appearance a 2. Personality, I do like this personality more than Tim Curry's personality, but I probably just like it more because it's copying off of John Astin's personality, because this whole show is really just a copy. So I did kind of like his personality a bit. He kind of carried the show for me. Like, the other characters were questionable. The Morticia, she was alright. Everybody else was alright, and kind of, some people were kind of bad. Uncle Fester was a blue for some reason, but it's not about them. But, you know, he kind of carried the show for me, so I'll give his personality a 3. Creativity, I'll give it a 1, because it's literally just a copy of the 1964 series. But, you know, they kind of like switched up his suits and stuff, like how they did with Raúl Juliá Gomez. But the main stuff, they just copied John Astin. He even kind of sounds like John Astin too, which is kind of crazy. He was studying, but you know, it's okay. So enjoyability, I'll give it a 3. Oh, that's a creativity. Creativity is 1, and enjoyability, I'll give it a 3 because I did enjoy it a little bit, mostly just because it was the same plots as the 1964 series. They literally copied like whole episodes, but yeah, so it was fine. So appearance 2, personality 3, creativity 1, and enjoyability 3. So that is 9, and that means it's also going in B tier, but it has to go under Tim Curry's because it's 9. Okay, so next we got Nathan Lane's Gomez from 2010. Nathan Lane played Gomez in the Broadway show, and I never put the Broadway show in here before because I thought I didn't really have enough knowledge on it to like include it in like the other rankings of like all the Addams Family films and shows. But I decided to sit down and watch like a few clips because I couldn't find like a full version of the original play. I could only find like student versions or amateur versions. So I found a few clips, and I do like his portrayal of Gomez. I wish I could watch the whole musical, but I can't do that because they don't have it on YouTube or anything like that. So okay, appearance, I give it a 5. I think Nathan Lane's Gomez is like the kind of one of the most accurate live action portrayals of him. Like he's like, what is he short? He's kind of short. He's kind of like chubby. He has the pencil stash. He has the slick back, you know, stuff like that. Personality, I'll give it a 4. I think it's good. I think it's really good. The accent kind of gets me sometimes because, you know, I kind of don't like when they do that fake accent. Like, say, Raúl Juliá's accent was real. Actually, it was kind of played down a bit. Tim Curry, I need to go back to Tim Curry. Tim Curry's accent, Tim Curry's British. We know that. He sounds British, but then it sounds like he's trying to do a different accent at different parts of the film, and I'm just like, Tim Curry, what's going on? Nathan Lane's accent, he's doing a fake accent, but it sounds good sometimes, and sometimes it sounds like it's too much. But you know, that's just the inspiration from the like Latin lover archetype that Raúl Juliá made. So you know, that's okay. So personality, I do like his personality. Most of the stuff he does is accurate to the character. I'll give it a 4. Creativity, I didn't really see a lot of stuff that stood out from the others that was that creative, but I do overall like him, like his portrayal, so I'll give creativity a 3, I think. And I do enjoy the plot of this, the musical, and I do enjoy his personality. So overall, I'll give him a 4 out of 4 for enjoyability. Oh, and creativity, I guess it's a musical, so he has songs, so that's even more hard. So, you know, 3, justifiable. So, okay, 5, 4, 3, and 4 is 16, so that is A tier. And is that under... That will make him over John Astin's Gomez, or John Astin's animated Gomez. Okay, so next we got Oscar Isaac's Gomez from 2019 and 2021 films. Appearance, it definitely is very accurate, because it's literally just the comic Gomez turned into like a 3D character. So I'll give it a 5. The reason why I gave the Lennie Weinrib's Gomez a 4 is because did I say this? I think I said this. I don't know. But the animation was like sometimes they would make him too tall, sometimes they would make him too short. Like the animation was kind of off sometimes, so you know that was a bit questionable. But the Oscar Isaac Gomez, I think the animation was pretty clean, although the art style is okay, but the appearance does look like him. The suit looks like him. He would wear that. Sometimes they give him a middle part, sometimes they give him a side part, so you know they switch up the stuff. So I think the appearance is accurate. I'll give it a 5. Personality, I feel like we don't see that much of his personality really because we're focused on Wednesday and Pugsley and their shenanigans, so it's okay. I don't really have that much of an opinion on it, so I'll give it a 3. Creativity, I didn't really see that much stuff that made him stand out from the other adaptations, so I'll give it a 2. And enjoyability, I did not really like the 1990, not 1990. I didn't really like the 2019 and 2021 films. They were okay. I didn't really have that much to say about his character in particular, so I'll give his enjoyability a 1. So 5, 3, 2, and 1. That's 11, and that means he's going in B tier. And that would be, where would he even be at? That would be, I think, over? That's over both of them. Let me put that right there. Yeah, that's definitely over both of them. Okay. Next, we got Luis Guzmán's Gomez from Wednesday, the 2022 Wednesday. I think Luis Guzmán's Gomez is probably, like, also like I said about Nathan Lance's Gomez, one of the most accurate live action portrayals of Gomez. Like, he's also short, he's also chubby, he has the middle part, he has the mustache. You know, it's giving Gomez. He looks like Gomez. So I'll give him a 5 for that. Personality, I feel like we didn't get to see the really jolly side of Gomez for his personality. Like, you know how Gomez what? You know how Gomez is so happy and joyous most of the time. And this Gomez, we didn't really get to see that much. We mostly saw like the concerned parent Gomez of Wednesday. She got kicked out of school. He's going to go visit her. He misses her. But he is emotional, which, you know, these Gomez, Gomez is a very passionate guy. He's very, you know, he has deep emotions for stuff. So we see he misses Wednesday and stuff like that. But I don't think we got to see the full extent of his jolly, carefree, crazy personality, like standing on his head, all that type of stuff like that. So I think I'll give his personality a 3. And also, I don't think we saw enough of that deep romance that Gomez and Morticia have. But the thing is, he was only in like 2 episodes of the show, or 3, or I think 2. So, you know, maybe next season we'll see more of that. But yeah, creativity, I'll give it a 1 because I didn't really see anything that made him stand out from other Gomez's. Like, in Wednesday, a lot of the characters got powers. Like Gomez, he don't really got any powers. He's not really that creative. He doesn't really stand out that much from the other Gomez's. Besides, he's accurate in his appearance. So, yeah. And enjoyability, I'll give it a 2 because, you know, it was okay. I think Luis Guzmán, he could be really good. Like, he's a good actor. He could be good with better writing. And in season 2, if they let him be in the series more. But, you know, it's about Wednesday, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. But I think he could be really good if they just put in the effort for his character. So, that's 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2. So that's 11. And that goes in B tier. Above everyone, I think. And lastly, we have Lucius Hoyos. Let me search up how to pronounce that.
Hoyos.
Yeah, I was right. It is Hoyos. So, Lucius Hoyos Gomez from the 2022 Wednesday series. This Gomez and Luis Guzmán's Gomez is the same person, but Lucius's is just the younger version of him. So I decided to put him on there because, you know, just to diversify, just to get the different Gomez's in. And I feel like when you're younger, you kind of are a different person. Like, you change when you get older. So I just put him in here. And also, you know, the girls love this Gomez. They was making edits in 2022 saying, "Get me a man like Gomez." So, you know, had to put him. So appearance, I'm giving it a 3 because, you know, Gomez, actually, I don't know if I should move it up because, well, we don't really know how Gomez looks like when he's young. But this Gomez, I think he's fairly accurate. He has the middle part. He has the eyes. He has, you know, the suit. Everything's accurate like that. He kind of gives Raúl Juliá Gomez because, you know, that's probably why people were saying that, because, you know, they said the same thing about Raúl Juliá's Gomez. So he kind of gives that vibe. So, you know, I think it's pretty good. I'll give it a 3. I'll keep it a 3. They even give him a prosthetic on his nose to make it look more accurate to Luis Guzmán's. personality, even though he was only in one episode, I think he really showed the side of Gomez that would die for Morticia. Like Raúl Juliá Gomez said, I would kill for you, I would die for you, either way, well, bliss. This Gomez definitely showed that one. He definitely showed that one. We didn't really get to see the fun-loving, joyous side of him that much, because the scene he was in was very, high intensity. A little spoiler warning. Some guy he was trying to kill, or no, he was trying to flirt with Morticia. He had to step up and he had to fight for her and Morticia accidentally pushed someone off the thing, so then Gomez had to step up and be go to jail for her and stuff. So he was really dedicated, and I think that really shows Gomez's personality. He would do anything for Morticia. So I definitely think that it's accurate, and I'd give that personality a 4. Creativity, it's not that creative. Well, actually, maybe it is creative. Maybe it is creative, because we never saw Gomez, a young version of Gomez before. But so I'll give it an extra point. I was gonna give it 1, but I think I'll give it 2, because that personality of Gomez, or not personality, we never saw a young version of Gomez before, so I think that's really different, and I like that. So I'll give that a 2. So I just moved it up a point. And enjoyability, I did overall like this Gomez. He's Lucius, he's a pretty good actor. He did a little accent, which it was fine. Very much Latin lover, very much Raúl Juliá-esque. So I like that, and I think it was pretty good. So I'll give that a 3. And maybe next season we'll get more flashbacks of Gomez and Morticia, because that was one of my favorite parts of the series, of the Wednesday series, to be honest. So, okay, yeah, I'll give that enjoyability a 3. So 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3, that is 13. So that goes above Luis Guzmán's. Okay, so that's pretty much all of our Gomez's here for the tier list. I guess none of them were that bad to go in D tier, which is fortunate. When I do other videos ranking the Addams Family characters, there might be more in D tier, but Gomez, he's a staple character. I guess he is higher up. A lot of them are in B tier. Sorry about that. Just a lot of them are there. At the top, we got Raúl Juliá with 18 points. Then John Astin with 17 points. Nathan Lance in A tier with 16 points. Lucius Hoyos in B tier with 12 points. Luis Guzmán with 11 points. Oscar Isaac with 11 points. Tim Curry with 10 points. And Glenn Tenero with 9 points. And last, Lennie Weinrib in C tier with 8 points. But that's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the ranking. This is the first time that I've done a video without a script, because I thought that the tier list should be more casual for this one. So I do apologize for the pausing and stuttering. I do have to get better at recording without a script. But if you liked the video, make sure to comment your favorite Gomez and where you think these Gomez's should have been placed on the tier list. I hope to see you in the next video.